We are in the Toyota Solutions studio, and joining me now is a face that may look familiar to you. This is Yara Shahidi. She's an actress on Blackish. She plays Zoe Johnson, the daughter of the family. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
So you were on a panel, and the title of this panel was Why TV is Hotter Than Movies. So why is it?
I mean, I feel like TV has really taken the forefront in championing in areas of diversity and kind of normalizing it. I think movies, as we've talked about, even from the Oscars or all of the award shows, there's a lack of representation of people of color, of the LGBTQ movement, and what TV has done is that it's given I guess minorities of both race, religion, ethnicity, sex, gender, a platform.
At the ripe old age of 16, you've now been in this business for something like 6 or 7 years?
Yeah, I started when I was 7.
You're pretty young, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
9 years?
9 years.
That's amazing, first of all.
Thank you.
What's your hope for your career in terms of roles, in terms of opportunity?
I mean, I guess for my career, and I feel like most people's careers, I just hope that there is a more diverse amount of roles available. And I'm not saying diverse as it pertains to, I guess, ethnicity as much as the depth of the character, because I think every person deserves the right to feel represented. And I think especially when it comes to, I guess, people of color, there's usually a very small spectrum of people represented, where I can always find the black drug dealer, but it's very hard to find the black businessman. And I think what even Blackish has been doing in so many shows that have been coming out are making that image more popular. And I feel like it's not to say that the black drug dealer story does not deserve to be told. That's not it at all, but it's making sure that we have a fair balance of both, so that we have the aspirational goal, because I feel like a lot of people deserve to see themselves or see where they want to be in life.
So Blackish is now in its second season. Does it feel, why the face?
I guess, I think it's kind of surreal. I mean, it feels like, what's so funny is time is so skewed when it comes to Blackish, because it feels like yesterday when we shot the pilot, but it also feels like we've been together for years. So it's a weird thing where I'm like, wait, only 2 seasons? But at the same time, I'm like, wait, 2 whole seasons?
Well, congratulations on 2 successful seasons.
Yes.
Why do you think this show has resonated with people? And I'm not just talking about a black audience, because it has resonated with a much wider audience. What is it about it?
It's so brilliant. Just, I feel like how the writers created the show, because I think what they've highlighted is that even though this family is unabashedly black, and it's not something where it's like, oh, they just happened to stumble into blackness, that's not it at all. But at the core of each character is a human, and they've done such a beautiful job at making everybody so nuanced that you can relate to the human aspect of them. If you don't relate to the physical outside version of them, then you can relate to Zoe's sass or Dre's confidence, or I guess Beau's franticness, and I think there's a part of everybody that, whether you relate to the generational disputes or the sibling on sibling disputes or the fact that the mothers never get along, there's something for everybody.
So I have to point out, I'm sorry to keep bringing up your age. You're 16, and you're part of the Women in the World Summit. So, A, props.
Thank you.
B, how do you hope to take what you learn here and sort of channel it with your work, what you do? You're also, you've got philanthropic pursuits that you have.
I mean, this event has really, I guess, reinforced this idea that I'm on the right track, which is nice. But I feel like even from being on the panel and listening to people who have been on the other side of creating the show, of helping produce the show, and other actors in the show, what I realize is that I have so much time to figure out who I am, and I feel like what has been so beautiful is that when I've waited, the opportunity has come. So rather than feeling as though I have to work all the time, or I always have to see a billboard of my face somewhere, it has been so beautiful to just wait and live life, and moments and shows like Blackish have come at the right time. Yeah.
You're in the business at a really good time. Do you? I mean,
Yes.
at kind of a pivotal time, right?
I know. I feel I call it the diversity renaissance because it was there for a moment, and I think we had so many shows. We had A Different World. We had so many shows in which we could see ourselves reflected, but at the same time, it disappeared for a moment. Like I think 2000s hit, and I don't know where we went.
Yeah.
And I feel like what's so beautiful is that when Blackish came on, what was so cool was that Jane the Virgin was on, Fresh Off the Boat was on, Transparent came on. It was all in the same year and all within like the same month.
Yeah.
And I feel like rather than viewing it as, oh, there's a rival show, it was seeing and highlighting such amazing programming for people that usually don't see themselves on TV.
Now, but you do have a full career ahead of you.
Yes.
Do you hope to be in films?
I mean, definitely. I think
And are you at all discouraged by, say, what happened at the Oscars this year?
I guess I'm not discouraged because I realize nothing can change if I'm discouraged and decide not to make the movie, because then there's even less to choose from for the Oscars. But I think, it is disheartening to see some work that has been critically acclaimed devalued by, I guess, the court of public opinion.
Yeah.
But I think at the same time, that's what's inspired me to even go into. I want to study sociology and I want to study big history, the study of human patterns. But I think it's really inspired me to delve into, I guess, the academic side of what is happening and how our society works and why it is the way it is and how we change. Because what's fascinating is being somebody who loves history, I feel like every generation, it's really a play with 5 characters that keep changing different outfits and we get different circumstances, but we find ourselves in the same predicament, and it's disheartening and at the same time kind of laughable to see, like, oh, here we are again, not like we weren't here last year and the year before that or the year before that. So I feel like with this career, not only have I been exploring the academic side of that, but just growing into who Yara is and figuring that out.
Yeah.
I've changed quite a bit in the past few years.
Well, I think you're on the right track, Yara.
Thank you.
It's been such a pleasure to speak with you.
Nice talking to you.
Enjoy the rest of the summit.
Thank you.